Welcome to the 10-Minute Treasurer. My name is Jeff Pospisil. And this video, it's kind of funny, but I forgot about this video. I've been recording my setup work in QuickBooks Online, and so I record a bunch of stuff. And I had this video, and somebody asked about how do you set up electronic giving just using QuickBooks Online without having any other third-party service. And I was like, I must have a video on that. Well, yeah, I did, but it was in my junk pile. And so I went ahead and found it and dusted it up. And here you go. Let's look at how you can do electronic giving just through QuickBooks Online and what they offer. All right, so here I am on Anodot. Just to say, I am perfectly happy with Anodot. But if I had one less thing to manage, that would also be cool. So if everything could run right through QuickBooks Online, all my donations through there without another third party, that would be all right for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm in QuickBooks Online. I'm on the dashboard. And then if I go to sales and then payment links right here on that, and there's a video, and I should watch that, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna hit this get started. And I already have, so I do pay my vendors already through QuickBooks Online. So I have an account. It's with Mlio. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but there's this Mlio payments, and I'm going to sign in. Somehow this is all connected with QuickBooks. QuickBooks, Mlio, QuickBooks. It all seems to work together. So I have a handful of vendors set up already, but I don't have this part yet. I don't have this get paid start part. So I'm going to try to do it through QuickBooks first. And if I do get stuck, I might have to go over to my Mlio. I didn't zoom that in. I probably should have. But anyway. So I'm back on my QuickBooks page. And the one thing I am not going to show you, I'm not going to show you my tax ID, although it's out there already. So maybe I'm just going to pause the recording for now and pick up after I hit this save and continue. Everything else flowed right into here. All right, so now they are going to ask for my information. And although I'm not really the business owner, as the treasurer, a lot of times you end up being listed that way, as that you're the main go-to person. Um, Maybe this is appropriate, maybe it's not. And again, I think I'm gonna fill this out and then I'm going to hit save and continue. All right, so I filled in my personal information and now I'm to the your deposit accounts. You see it's just going one after the other. You see the checks off there. And so you can do QuickBooks checking. Um, I'm not going to. I already have a checking account and it's already listed here. They're going to ask me to verify it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the verify button. And this is a business account. This is probably different for every bank, I'm guessing. But it looks like that was okay then. And now I'm going to hit review and finish. And everything looks, I don't know. Everything looks good, I think. So I'm going to hit get set up. Woohoo, you're all set. And now I can send an invoice. Let me just look at this real quick. So if I wanted to send pledges, if I wanted to, I could send pledges. So if somebody does a pledge and they want to receive regular notifications. This is how I would do that. But I really want us to have a link. Yeah, what I would prefer to do is have a link for somebody to just click on and then donate. So let me see if I can figure that out. All right. So what I did was I went back to sales, I went to payment links, and there is a create a link. And there's this one for a one-time payment link. So it works for one customer and will expire after being used. So there are pluses and minuses to doing that, but really what I want is a multiple use links for works for multiple customers and can be used multiple times. So I'm going to click on that and answer the following questions to create a multi-use payment link. Don't worry, this won't impact any open invoices. What products or services is this for? So is it going to make me use a specific dollar amount? I'm throwing in $20 donations. I am not selling a product. And I could choose, depending on what your charity is like. If some charities are opposed to accepting credit card, and you can see there's a higher fee. This one, I think it's 1% capped up to $10. So if you're, I mean, that sounds like a lot, but I mean, it costs to do business. There are other ways to do it. I'm looking at Planning Center as well. I think that would be cool. Um, and I'm going to go ahead and create this link and I'm going to copy it. So now I'm going to go ahead and let's try this out and see what it's like. All right. I copied that link and it's up here. I'll leave it up there in case people want to give $20. So the thing I don't like about this for a charity, if I had a regular subscription, so let's just say, for example, I was a charity and the dues to belonging to this charity were a fixed amount, then I would use this. So again, like a registration or some kind of dues, anything that's regular. Otherwise, or if people are using pledges, I might do it because then the link would be right in the invoice that goes out to them, or the pledge reminder is what it would be. So I don't find this terribly satisfying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to Mlio. So there's this. So I already have this set up, and it somehow works through QuickBooks, and I don't even remember how I got this set up. I think it happened pretty much automatically. I think so. I'm not totally for sure. So it is linked to my QuickBooks, and anytime I make a payment, I could see the payments through here. I'm going to pause that just so I can make sure. All right, that is true. So I just made a couple payments just recently, and I didn't want you guys necessarily to see who I paid because I couldn't remember who it was or the details around that. So let's go and try it through this method instead. And I'm going to go. So I went to mliopayments.com, our app.mliopayments.com, and I was able to log in, and you can see it pulled in my everything from my, see, it says sync now to QuickBooks Online. So it is synced. I think I had to set up the payments first, and it doesn't cost you anything to do the payments. So you might as well just set that up and you can pay people for free. And I'm going to start getting paid, and it gives me a different one than the one we saw before. Remember this one here, this connect.intuit.com. Now it's going to give me a different one, Upper Midwest. And I'm just going to go Upper Midwest GMC, see if that's taken. Continue. Upload your business logo. And I think that looks good. It's a little bit squished, but I'm going to go continue. Is this a standalone business or is it part of a larger organization? Well, that's interesting. I'm going to say It is a standalone business for now, because a lot of churches that are part of a denomination, I'm not sure. I'm not totally for sure. Well, maybe I should put connect to a bank account, connect instantly, continue, enter my phone number. I don't even remember what my phone number is. There we go. And it's going to code me. It's going to ask for my bank name. Or if it'll pop up automatically. First, there we go. First National Bank. Connectivity not supported. Oh, that makes me so sad. I may not be able to do this. Yeah, go back. Yes, exit. So sad. Um, I don't think it'll change anything if I choose a different one. I can verify with 2 deposits. Oh, actually, that's what I should have done. Let me go back again. Part of a larger. So it won't let me connect instantly. It will let me verify with 2 deposits. And it's going to ask me for the routing number and the account number. So I'm again going to pause this video because I don't think you probably need that. And now I have something that says pending verification. So I am going to be looking for an email. I remember having to do this when I set up the payment one, too. Part of the reason, and I'm just going to show you this real quick as a bonus. Send payment request, reconcile. So I'll do that later. We're not quite ready to be paid. That'll be coming pretty soon. Complete setup with QuickBooks is what it's going to ask for. All right, one more thing real quickly. There was this screen here, this complete setup with QuickBooks. And you can do that now, even though your bank account's not verified yet. You can go ahead and complete the setup. And it says, here's your bank account. And which one is that in your QuickBooks account? What QuickBooks account is that? And that is my main checking account. So I have checking is the parent account, and then I have Anadot, which is my online giving, and then I have my main checking account. I'm going to click OK. And now that's set up. Now it knows to where to record the accounting entry to. All right, now I'm going to pause until that bank account gets verified. All right, so if you're like me and you had to go through that looking for those 2 little micro deposits in order to verify your account, you probably forgot what your link was already to where your donors are going to give. And so what you have to do is you have to go to settings. So I'm just on the Mlio payments page. Go to settings, and then under company settings, you keep scrolling down, there's this payment page. So it's not a donation page, but they call it a payment page. And then you can go ahead and copy this link. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go to my Edge browser because I'm already logged into Google Chrome. So otherwise it'll think that I'm trying to pay myself. I know that that's what the problem is because I did that already, trying to prepare for this video. All right, so here we are. This is our page. You can see our logo, you can see the name, and you can fill in a dollar amount. You have to have an invoice number. So that's going to be one of the stretches for anybody that donates to you. Sometimes churches use like donor numbers, envelope numbers, but the other thing you could do is you could advise your people to put in what it's for. So if it's for the general fund, you got probably should spell general fund correctly, or if it's for a certain mission or a certain project, go ahead and fill in something here in the invoice number that would help identify where to put it. And you could pay it either credit card, which is 2.9% fee, or bank transfer. So one of the things that you're going to find is that you're not going to be able to do a recurring transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in, I got a lot of email addresses. I'm going to pay as a guest. Oh man, and they sent me a code. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. I'm going to pull it up on my other screen. That way you guys don't have to look at my stuff. Actually, mostly it's so I can, I have two screens and that way I can see it. So that was my code. And now they're going to ask me for my name. So if I was a church or a business, I wouldn't even have a business name. So I might just say, if I'm just a member, I might just say Jeff Pospisil. Will they make me put in my mobile number? Yes, they will. They always want a phone number. So it probably doesn't have to be a mobile number. It could be a regular cell phone number, maybe. And now they would ask me for my payment details. So I'm going to guess that this is, oh man, you got to go through the verification process or the connect instantly process if you want to do a bank. If you have a debit card, I'm going to just look real quick. Okay, that looks normal, looks pretty easy. I would guess the same thing for a credit card. Yep, that looks normal, looks pretty easy. All right, that should do it. All right, that brings us to the end. So there are some pluses and a lot of minuses with actually doing your giving right through QuickBooks Online. Recently, I just started using Planning Center, and I really like that. I mean, they don't give you all the options you can to customize everything, but it's inexpensive and a really good option too. If you want to, if you're a cheap accountant, but you want good service, Planning Center is something to think about too. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description. Until next time, God bless you.